So I wrapped up my chest, a little bit of side delt and some calves. Just sitting there, just have my protein shake, doing the brownie batter animal way. So for chest day, my big thing on chest on this off season is trying to definitely bring it up. It's one of my weaker body parts. Usually upper chest, a lot of people lag in it, so I always start with an incline pressing movement, whether it's, I rotate between dumbbells, a barbell movement, and sometimes like a hammer strength or machine movement. So I'll keep rotating back through and trying to beat my previous weights. But so today I started with incline dumbbell press, and I just worked up to something heavy, set of like 5 to 8 reps, just trying to go to failure basically. So I went up to like the 160s, and then I did a reverse pyramid. So I backed down in weight, and kind of the benefit to doing that is once you have that heavy stimulus, going back down, it feels a little bit lighter and you can push through a little bit more reps than you normally would be able to. So I dropped down to 140s and then to the 120s and just repped out to failure on those sets. So that was 3 work sets total. I don't really count my warm-up sets, but I probably had 4 warm-up sets within that. So the next movement that I went to was I usually do a flat press. I've been going to the Smith simply because of it's easier to control and stabilize. I used to power lift, and doing flat bench press I had a lot of pec injuries, and so I've just really shied away from it completely. And also just being by myself, it's a little bit safer spotting, and I can always rack it if I'm not able to get it up all the way. And I seem to be able to focus more on pressing with my pecs. If I go back to flat bench, coming from powerlifting, I'm always used to like spreading the bar apart. So I'm using a lot of triceps, so this kind of helps me squeeze the bar together and get more pec involvement. So on Smith machine, I did 3 work sets, just worked up to a max set of like 10 to 12 reps, and just stuck with that same weight for 2 more sets. And as I continue, the reps drop down. The next thing I went to was a superset with a pec deck, chest fly, a flat, and then going into an incline hammer strength press. The reason for pairing those movements, for one, I do the fly first with pre-fatigue pecs before doing the pressing movement, so I will feel more chest involvement. But also with the chest fly, you get a lot of peak tension when your chest is fully contracted, so towards the end of the movement. Then on the incline hammer strength, you get your most tension in the stretch position. So you see, I'm really only doing half reps. And so in each movement, I'm emphasizing different peak tension in the different range of motion. So the fly at the top of the range of motion, and on the press in the bottom range of motion. And so I did 3 rounds of that, aiming for around 10 reps on each exercise. And of course, the reps are dropping as I continue throughout my sets. My last exercise I did, it's the decline hammer strength press. I did a muscle round, which it's nothing new. It's from Lee Costa's Titans program, and the people are still using it. Matt Jansen uses it. Scott Stevenson does a variation of it. But basically, it's a way to build in more volume without taking all your sets to failure. And normally you're able to take a weight that you can normally do for maybe 15 reps, but you do 6 sets of 4 with it, so you're able to do like 24 reps. So you're able to work with a lot more volume with that weight than you normally would be able to. So I do 6 sets of 4 with 15-second rest intervals between. At the very last set, the 6th set, if I'm able to go beyond 4 reps, then I will. I'll just take it to complete failure. Today I hit pretty much 4 reps right on. That's something I'll note down. Next time if I try to beat my reps or increase weight and try to hit the same amount of reps. From there, that wrapped up chest. I'd throw a little bit of side delts on my chest days. I don't have a shoulder day. I'll do rear delts on back day, side delts on chest day. I don't do a lot of overhead pressing. My shoulders have been a little bit more of a stronger point, so I'm not focusing on as much this season. So what I did is 5 sets on lateral dumbbell raise. And I started doing just heavy partials. So I had the 65s only coming up maybe a third of the way. You have a pretty good mechanical advantage at the bottom of a dumbbell lateral, so you can really overload it and create a lot of tension in that part of the range of motion. And then I drop weight and take it through the full range of motion, where you'd have like peak tension at the very top of the movement. So it's a way to just push yourself past beyond failure, but also provide tension throughout that full range of motion. My rep range, I was trying to hit around 10 reps on both movements. From there, I went on to calves. I train chest pretty frequently and do calves as well, so that's why I throw those together on the same day. I usually don't do them on leg days just because legs overall is just so fatiguing, and I don't have a lot of energy to put into them towards the end. For calves today, I did 4 sets of 25 reps, full range of motion, and then follow it up with around 15 partials. And the idea of my calf training, if you look at mechanisms of hypertrophy, there's really kind of 3 main stimuluses that cause hypertrophy. One being mechanical loading, so just the weight provided increasing tension in the muscle and trying to increase that amount of weight and tension over time. Muscle damage, so usually it's like through eccentric movements, and then also metabolic stress. So that's kind of the emphasis today, was providing a lot of metabolic stress within the muscle, or that burn you feel basically. Causes cell swelling, and it's a stimulus for hypertrophy. So my other 2 calf days are like low rep, 6 reps, looking more for more strength. My second calf workout that I usually do has more slow eccentric work, causing a lot of muscle damage. And then you have this third workout that I did today, where we're doing really high rep and causing a lot of acidic environment in the muscle. And that's all I did for calves and chest and side delts today. That wraps it up. Again, if you want to go check out the animalpack.com, I'm on the forums, hit my Q&A. I also have my journey where I'm posting up all my workouts too. So thanks guys.